Ann Coulter, the best-selling author. If you're one of the few people on earth who haven't read her book, In Trump We Trust, you should get it, read it. Also get her column, and you go to AnnCoulter.com or follow her on Twitter, Facebook, Ann Coulter at Twitter. Ann Coulter, how you doing?
Great. How are you, Mark Simone?
Very good. What do you think of all these tax cuts?
Well, you know I'm not enthusiastic about them.
Oh.
Well, I'm still waiting for the wall. If we had known that the entire first year of the Trump presidency would not get us an immigration moratorium or even the beginning, breaking ground on a wall, but would go back to the Paul Ryan, Mitch McConnell agenda of tax cuts, he might not have narrowly beaten Hillary Clinton and all those Midwest industrial states that carried the election. And by the way, I love tax cuts. Tax cuts are great, but that should come later. That comes after the wall, after the ending of anchor babies, after the ending of sanctuary cities. This is the old. I'm talking about this strategically, not and for the country. We need more Americans working, and immigration makes fixing immigration makes everything easier. It makes welfare easier. It makes entitlements easier. It makes joblessness easier. You fix things across the board. That's why Trump won. But he got to Washington, froze up, forgot his promises, and just went to the Mitch McConnell, Paul Ryan agenda, which admittedly is better than, the Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi agenda, but that's all we're going to have from now until kingdom come if he doesn't get back to his original promises.
He'll get to the wall. They got the 10 prototypes already built.
Mark, it's Christmas. I can't even say Christmas is coming, as is the wall. It's Christmas, and he hasn't started the wall. He's just trying to fake us out.
You will have your wall by next Christmas.
Why didn't I have it by this Christmas?
The guy...
He's going to be impeached by next Christmas if he doesn't get the wall going, because it's going to be a wipeout in the 2018 midterm elections if all Republicans have to show for themselves. I mean, this is Bush, too. This is what Bush did. Lots of wars. Nobody even knows how many wars we're in, how many troops there are abroad. We're accomplishing absolutely nothing except killing off some of the best Americans. So we got lots of wars and we got tax cuts. That was Bush. That was Bush.
Well, but we have...
We didn't vote for Bush. We rejected Bush. We have now embraced this all-new Trumpian republicanism. Instead of the loser Republican ideas from the past, we're going to have the wildly popular new Trumpian ideas. Say you're friends with Trump, and it's Christmas time. You need to give him a Christmas gift. Would you give him a copy of In Trump We Trust?
He's read In Trump We Trust.
Remind him how great he was. He needs to read it again.
He used to hold it up in the rallies and tell people to buy it.
Thank you. I know that.
What are you, Rosie O'Donnell? All of a sudden,
fight with you on the carried interest deduction. What is with these Republicans? You're absolutely right. I saw one of your tweets. I responded to one, and another one said this carried interest deduction, which is a total loophole. Gift to hedge fund managers. That, of course, was promoted by Chuck Schumer. Of course it was. It's protected by Chuck Schumer. Why? Because Wall Street gives 90% of its money to the Democrats. Why are Republicans saving it? Everybody hates Wall Street. You want to do something popular, Republicans? I don't care how much money it brings in. It's not fair.
Well, yeah, but this carried interest loophole is something beloved by Democrats, by President Obama.
Right.
So as a tribute to them, they left it there. Nobody fought harder to keep it there than Barack Obama for 8 years. Chuck Schumer never mentioned it until yesterday.
Okay, but do these Republicans understand they have to stand for election, and it's really good to let the American people know that what you're saying right now is true? Make the Democrats fight for it. Make them do it publicly.
It's for hedge fund managers. That's seven people in America. Who cares?
It's not 7 people. It's a few hundred, and I'm sick of hearing that pompous, blowhard Warren Buffett talk about how, I want my taxes raised. I want my taxes raised, knowing full well the Democrats and apparently some Republicans, since not one Democrat voted for this tax cut bill, President Trump ran on ending the hedge fund managers' carried interest loophole, and he was the only candidate who would have, because Republicans, again, idiotically, they're hoping they can get Wall Street to like them. Wall Street already likes the Democrats. Wall Street is probably the least popular entity in America. I bet trial lawyers are poll higher than Wall Street.
Yeah. Have you watched these interviews like Wolf Blitzer where they go after Bob Corker and others and they say, you benefit personally from this tax bill? Do they know that these congressmen have passed 1 million laws that benefit them personally? Do you know they even exempted themselves from insider trading? They're exempt from like 900 laws. Nobody's ever grilled them about that.
No, you're right. You're right. That Peter Schweitzer book, exposing them all for their insider trading, knowing about laws that were about to be passed, and then quickly investing in the pharmaceutical industry or whatever, or selling stock, whatever it was. I mean, that is quite devastating. And you're right. I never saw that being made a big deal of. I do think it's very silly for liberals to keep saying that some rich people are going to benefit from the tax cut. Well, yeah, rich people are the only ones who pay taxes. Half the country doesn't pay taxes. But that goes back to my argument of why this is a dumb bill to start with. It would be one thing if they're passing a bill a week, but if you have to throw your entire legislative effort behind one bill, when 50% of Americans only pay an income tax, and some percentage of them are paying, $100, $800, $1,000. So the maximum possible popularity for a tax cut bill, maximum possible, is going to be 40%. Yeah. Why are you wasting your political capital on this? I promise you, a bill to end anchor babies would be 80% popular. Go back to that Donald Trump, the 70-point plan on immigration. He put it out a couple of months ago. Actually, I think he was busy tweeting, and Stephen Miller slipped into his office and wrote it up because it's magnificent. One of the provisions is stop paying welfare to illegal alien gang members.
Yeah.
How popular do you think that would be? Can we start with some of these common sense bills that are 80% popular? No, let's go for one that maximum possible popularity is 40%.
We'll get to the other stuff. Hey, what do Republicans do in these midterms? Who do they vote for? You don't want to vote for Democrats, but you also don't want to vote. You don't want to vote for Paul Ryan or these Corker-type swamp alligators. What do you do? Well,
unfortunately, what I'm worried about, and it's a real possibility unless things change in a major way, is they stay home. That's what millions of Americans have been doing for the last 30 years until Donald Trump came along. He finally gave them something in the menu of options. You're never allowed to go a la carte. Finally, there's something they wanted to order, but they're not getting it. So yeah, I'm worried about it. The way I think the midterm elections should intelligently be approached. We don't want to do another Tea Party thing where we're just trading mediocre Republicans for absolutely dastardly Democrats. But I think Republicans should be challenged if they're bad on immigration. That is the litmus test. That tells you everything you need to know about a Republican. It tells you his IQ. It tells you his principles. It tells you if he cares about the American people. That is the perfect litmus test, besides the fact that it's something we actually need to do.
Yeah. Now, Ann Coulter's new column comes out tomorrow. Can you give us a little hint? What is it about?
I suspect it will be about the most important issue facing the nation, immigration, because I'm very busy trimming my Christmas tree.
Oh,
those I can write in my sleep.
There you go. And it comes out tomorrow.
It'll be boffo.
But just go to AnnCoulter.com. You can always get it first there. And follow Ann Coulter on Twitter and Facebook. Oh, and Instagram. You're now on Instagram.
Yes, I think I've only sent out one photo. I gotta get on that. You're a good Instagrammer. I'll follow your lead. And one thing, and there are many things to love about Trump. He's just got to build the wall and do the immigration stuff. Let's celebrate right now by saying Merry Christmas, Mark Simone.
Merry Christmas, Ann Coulter, and thanks for being with us.
Good to talk to you.
And get her book, In Trump We Trust, and go to AnnCoulter.com.
We will make America great again.